In this video, we're going to be talking about the paradigm of you finance everything that you purchase. When I was a kid, my dad would always tell me, Caleb, there's no such thing as a free lunch. And what he was really trying to tell me is whenever someone gives you something for free, there's usually a catch. And to be really aware of that and not get bought into quick hype. And I'm really grateful for that. And it's funny how concepts compound, because this concept of you finance everything you purchase is essentially saying there's a catch to any decision you make. I don't know if you grew up in a house where you were taught that, paying interest or getting a loan for a liability was bad. You might have been taught that paying cash is king, or you may have read things by Robert Kiyosaki or watched videos by financial gurus that said get as much debt as you possibly can. And what I find is a lot of people are either on one camp, and it's hard for us to start thinking logically. It's hard for us to critically think and say, is it possible that there's a principle that's deeper than just pay cash for everything or finance everything? And it really comes down to you finance everything that you purchase. And I'm going to do my very best to try to break this down as simply as possible. So let's suppose that I want to purchase a car. And let's suppose that that car is $20,000. And let's also suppose that I have $20,000 in my control. Now, this is fake money for all you guys just wondering. So let's say I have $20,000 and it's, in my control, and I can pay cash for the car. Now, if I pay $20,000 for that car, I have the car, but what do I not have? I don't have my money. So you could say that while I don't pay any interest to buy that car, my $20,000 is never able to earn for me ever again. And there's a cost that every day that goes by, the opportunity cost of what I could do with that money. Now, you might be thinking, well, majority of people wouldn't be doing anything with their money. They would be spending it. And if that's you, if you're someone that is not thinking like investing, or if you hold on to money and you get a loan and you're going to spend the difference, you're probably better off paying cash for that car, because it's like that forced savings tool. And that's just the reality. And when a lot of financial gurus say, don't be in debt, don't be in debt, don't be in debt, they know that people that get into debt are usually buying things that they shouldn't buy and are spending the difference. And so this opportunity cost might make sense on paper, but when you factor in human behavior, you're just better off paying cash. Now, my pushback to that is I truly believe if that's someone like you, it's really hard to get ahead. I could even make as bold a statement as to say if you're not disciplined, if you don't have the mindset of investing and being disciplined with your time and money, it's just going to be a very hard road. And this is when we look at all the financial headwinds that are hitting us, it's going to hit you the hardest because of the lack of wealth and margin and resources that we have. But that's just the honest truth is majority of Americans are in that boat. So going back to my example, you finance everything you purchase. We would agree that if I pay $20,000 for that car, I'm giving up control of that $20,000 and I'm losing what I could have earned, but I'm not paying any interest. So a lot of people would say, well, you don't have an interest payment. Congratulations, you're not financing. But you are financing because you're losing what you could have earned on that money. Now, we're going to take a look at a calculator in a second, and I'll give you kind of a good concept and show you how to run your own future value calculation so that you can do this opportunity cost, you finance everything that you purchase equation in your own personal life. On the flip side, if I get a bank loan, I'm paying interest, and depending on the interest rate and the terms, it may be good, it might not be good, but I'm paying interest and it's allowing me to have money. And like I said, with a disclaimer, if I spend the money on things that are not getting me a good result, maybe the bank loan is the worst thing that ever happened to me. But what it could also allow me to do is it could allow me to invest in myself. It could allow me to invest in businesses. It could allow me to invest in other investments that give me a way greater rate of return than what I'm paying the bank. And so what I want to do is I want to just pull up a future value calculator. This is something that's very simple to do. And let me put myself in the corner. And you can see that we have $20,000 here. This represents my $20,000. And let's just suppose for the next 5 years I can earn 5% on my money. So we're making this assumption, and we're saying we have $20,000, and I'm putting it into a place I can earn 5%, and now I'm earning an additional $5,525 $26. So could we agree that if I paid cash for this car, I am financing, because over the next 5 years, what I could have earned in this scenario was an additional $5,526. So there is a true cost. I call it the ignorance cost, because I'm not paying. I'm just losing it. It's just evaporated out of thin air. And so this earning 5% over 5 years, this is what I could have earned. Now, let's say the credit union or the bank would give me a loan at 3%. So in a way, I would be paying, and now this is assuming at simple interest, you're not paying down your principal and all that, but you'd be paying $3,185 for the ability to earn $5,000. So this is just a quick example of, like, you can see where if you could just earn 5% and be disciplined with that, and pay a bank or something else $3,000 or less, depending on how the loan terms are figured out, you can see where there's efficiencies in this concept of you finance everything that you purchase. Now, let's suppose that you have 15% interest rate. Because you don't have good credit and all of this stuff. You might find that, man, there's no way in the world I'm earning an additional $20,000 or doubling my money over the next 5 years. So I'd be much better off paying cash. I think the principle here is there's no one size fits all. You really have to ask yourself, over these next period of time, can I get a better result with my time and money, or with my money and what opportunities would open up to justify the cost, or the cost of control, as I like to say, or the interest rate that I'm going to be charged. And the simplest way to do it is, if you're being charged a 4%, can you generate with your money a greater rate of return than that 4%? If the answer is you don't know, or no, or if you think you're going to spend money, pay cash, and know that you are financing that decision, but you're making the most efficient decision. If you're someone like me, or a real estate investor or entrepreneur, or someone that likes the idea of controlling capital, is a good steward of your money and loves investments, and might even make 10, 15, 20, 30% on your money, using loans will cost you a little bit, but it will create so much opportunity, and will create so many potential open doors. Now, I want to be very clear. This is not investment advice. I'm not telling you to take out a loan and invest. What I'm trying to describe is that every decision we make has a consequence, and we have to be able to take a step back and understand the principle behind that, so that we can really make the best decision for us and what we're hoping to accomplish with our dreams and with our life. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if I missed anything. And also let me know if you're the type of person that likes to pay cash for things, or if you're the type of person that likes to leverage debt and invest the difference. Again, doesn't make it a right or wrong answer. I would just love to hear from you. I'd also love to hear for any type of subjects that I should be making on videos like this, and trying to create principles out of concepts that people are having. Appreciate you, and hope you live a continual, intentional life.